All right, I had mentioned that we were going to suspend the rules. Does anybody have a problem with moving the item number 6 to the end of the agenda? Seeing none down there, seeing none down here. All right, thank you very much. Item number 7 on the agenda is our proclamations.
Hello, Council. My name's Alex Stein. I live at 7509 Inwood Road, and, does this one work? Hello, does this? Let's see. I don't know if this will be better. Hello. Yeah, this is probably a little better. Okay, so Mayor, this is pretty embarrassing. I know Coppell is supposed to be a city of excellence, but when you see Primetime 99 Alex Stein, the pimp on a blimp, walk in, you're going to change the whole freaking meeting and put me at the end. It makes it seem like you're a little scared. I mean, you don't need to listen to the homosexual and the transgender next to you to try to decide how to run this meeting. You can have some cojones and deal with your constituents, and you don't have anything to be scared of. I'm not going to bite you. I'm not going to hurt you. Yeah, I might comment that half the council's bald, and I might, comment that half the council is a bunch of geriatrics that probably don't even really care about this city and only care about trying to create some sort of legacy so when they die, people remember them. But sadly, because you guys are so scared to actually go out there and take chances, nobody here will probably remember any of you. I mean, maybe some of the Indian guys, because you guys sent girls messages saying like, oh, do you have bobs and vagines, stuff like that, Maybe, and this councilman, Kevin Neals, he looks like a total perv. I mean, he's a total freak. And I had some serious...
Mayor.
What?
Point of order, please.
Point
of order?
What's your point of order?
What's the point of order?
I think he is, the wording that you read before, I believe that he is...
What's the wording, Kevin?
Mr. Stein,
yeah?
you need to constrain your comments.
Okay, I will. You guys always turn off the camera. See, now I got this camera. See, I'm looking at it. You guys are so scared to even show me on your camera. That's how cowardly you guys are. You guys are pathetic, a bunch of scared, bald people that are afraid to hear from their constituents. They have to turn off the camera. See, I have to turn around and look at the camera because they want to hide my face because they don't want to get exposed for being little girls, really, at the end of the day. So I just want to say the main reason I came out here is a shout-out to Dorrough. Dorrough is a popular rapper from DFW. His new song, Uptown, is coming out this week. I want to give you guys a little preview of that. So shout out Dorrough. Dorrough is not a coward like you guys, like you council that have to turn off the camera and be so scared. But I'm Primetime 99. I'm a pimp on a blimp. And just like Dorrough, I'm a badass rapper too. So you guys get to hear a little bit of Dorrough's music. This is exclusive. Nobody's got this music yet. Let's go. Dorrough in this house. Don't be a baby back. Don't be white, you gotta be black.
Cream, the Lemur, skin popping, I've been living good. Back at home now, I like to call it modern Hollywood. If I got a lady with me, just know that it's
a hit, baby. Dallas, we're coming back. Dorrough music, I love you, Dorrough. I'm sick of these council members. They don't have any hair. They all have bad attitudes. I'm sure their wives left them for the ones that were, they're probably all homosexuals, which is fine. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But when you're a pimp on a blimp like myself and you got all this testosterone, when you walk into a room, the homosexuals usually cower in fear. And that's what this mayor did. The mayor just, changed up the whole order of the meeting because they're scared of Primetime 99 and Pimp on a Blimp. So just remember that when you guys go to bed tonight, this council that can't even see me, remember that you're scared of me and you're a little baby back bitch. All right.
The next speaker is listed as Johnny Beetlejuice.
We funded our...
Let me tell you my experience on Sunday, February 2nd, going up to
Am I bothering you?
Yeah, there's a I get there. Whole parking lot's full.
Who is this guy? He keeps on following us around.
Mayor, I'd like to call a point
you are.
of
I know,
order.
but what is your problem?
Can we...
For our retirement. The senior center keeps us physically and mentally active. For a while.
I'm so fly, I'm aligned with the planes. My grind so refined, I got no time for no games. Ask yourself why would I make time for you lames? At all costs, cause I'm a boss. But break them off, yeah, gotta break them off.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Prime Time with Alex Stein. I'm your host, Alejandro Stein, and we got a great show for you this evening. We got some great comedians on set with us. We got Sam Walker, Uncle Hack, and Michael Q. All of these guys are touring comedians around the country. They're going to be at Hyenas Comedy Club tonight, where I will also be this Sunday. So guys, welcome to the show. We don't even want to hear a word from you guys because you guys are insignificant compared to our next guest, a real human being, not a stand-up comic, not a guy telling dick jokes like us four. Are you mad about this, Sam? Do you not like the dick joke allegation? Do you not make those?
I make all orifice jokes.
Okay, that's fair. I apologize. You don't leave it to one orifice. But with all that being said, this next politician is a true American hero, a guy that actually fights for the American people, and one that is going to expose whether or not the government is hiding aliens. Let's welcome on the representative from the great state of Missouri, the one, the only, Representative Eric Burlison. Rep, how you doing, Eric?
Great, Alex. It's great to be on.
It really is a pleasure. And so I have to ask you, you're here with three lunatics, three lunatic comedians, and one of them, Michael Q's my good buddy, he's obsessed with you, Eric, because of your work that you've done with these aliens. I was actually going to kind of wait to get into that, but can you tell us what the hell is going on with aliens? Are they real or fake? Because I get the impression that if they tell us they're real, then they're fake. If they tell us they're fake, then they're real. Does that make sense? Whatever they tell us, I believe the opposite. So what's going on, Rep?
Yeah. I mean, that's my attitude going into this, is that, like, I don't trust this town. I mean, I don't trust anybody in this community. Look, I'm from the show me state. Like, I don't believe you until you got to show me. So that's why I basically, I believe I'm very skeptical on this topic, but I think that when you've got all these pilots that are encountering vehicles, we have near miss events happening and are above our military airspace, something's wrong. And so I'm on oversight. We're charged with investigating. We've had several hearings about this topic. And what's really frustrating, Alex, is how many times we keep getting blocked by the deep state, blocked by, someone or some group from being able to get fully briefed on this topic.
Well, I mean, but like, what are they going to give us? What are we even allowed to get if aliens are real? You know what I mean? Like, aren't they going to do whatever they can to hide it? So, I mean, how much transparency can we really expect when it comes to Area 51, the most secretive? I mean, I'm sure there's more secretive military bases, but arguably Area 51 is the most famous secret military base, right?
Yeah, I think that at the end of the day, the topic is not something for the United States government to keep a secret. Look, like, if you happen to be able to film an alien or an aircraft on your iPhone tonight, that is not for the government. The government, what I'm told is that they're not going to come in, confiscate your phone, make that a secret. They're not trying to keep the knowledge of extraterrestrial or non-human intelligence secret. The one thing that they will say is that they're keeping very close to their chest anything that they have, any kind of vehicles, anything that the United States government is working on, or technology that they might have that has been able to document any UFOs. And so that's what we're having a hard time getting access to.
Well, I would really like some transparency, but I believe in God. I believe that God created this earth. So I think that if there are some sort of aliens, they're interdimensional, you know what I mean? Or, they're already here. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm just kind of wondering, like, are they on spacecrafts? But listen, I love these conspiracy topics. Let's just play SOT number 3, though, of, Representative Burlison talking about aliens real quick.
All right, pulling it up.
Okay, well.
What if, because I think, again, Alex Jones is talking about interdimensional beings that are sending guidance to elites, telling them what to do. What if aliens, as people believe them to be, are actually interdimensional, and that explains how they're able to travel vast different. It explains what we can't see.
Yeah.
We don't see other civilizations. It explains how we're like, how do you travel 1 billion light years? You don't. It's through space-time or whatever, through dimensions. And what if these are not necessarily smarter, but more advanced entities that are controlling the flow of our existence for their own ends?
Yeah, an interdimensional thing was like a meme with Alex Jones, but then your colleague, Rep Luna, I think a year or two ago, literally came out and said, I don't know if she believed in it or she had proof that there were interdimensional beings.
She definitely stated it.
Yeah, I'm like, whoa.
So I was in the very first hearing, the witness, the big whistleblower, David Grush, in his report that he gave to us, and I read it beforehand, and that struck me the most out of his report. Was that he said one of the theories is that what we're experiencing is aliens are interdimensional. And whenever in the hearing I had 5 minutes, I asked him that question, can he drill into that? And it was interesting.
Okay, Rep, this sounds so stupid, but really they say that the military has remote viewing and that they can look into other dimensions. I mean, can we let's not even talk about space travel. Is there interdimensional travel, in your opinion? Is that a real thing, or is that an Alex Jones meme?
So, I mean, not to nerd out a little bit, but I think that quantum entanglement in and of itself proves that there is something deeper than the existence that we live on.
Mm-hmm.
So, but you know, if you talk about do beings exist in that higher dimension, that's another question. Yeah. So, I remain skeptical, but like you, I'm a believer. I'm a Christian. Mm-hmm. I believe that angels exist. What commonly comes up is how there is a way that it fits within the biblical narrative, and how many times in the Bible that you know, while they call them angels, but at the end of the day, when you look at it, they're not from Earth. Like these are.
And they're described they don't look like a human, you know, the way they're described. They do look kind of odd if you actually look at the biblical description of these angels.
Let's not forget about the reptilians. Yeah. We got the reptilians like, I don't know.
With the Anunnaki. Okay, wait,
Hillary Clinton herself, there might be a reptilian been controlling this government for a long time, dude.
Okay, no, you're making a joke, but why? I bet Rep will believe this. Rep, they call me crazy, but I think there was giants. I believe in the Nephilim. I do believe that was real, Rep, and they're gonna clip this and call you crazy. Were giants ever real? In your opinion, Rep, I hope this doesn't get you canceled.
No, I'm going to say I do believe that they were real.
Thank you. Yes, this is a real guy. This is a real man. Because there's no way, it's especially all the pyramids and all this stuff, there's definitely some bigger human beings. I think we are kind of the offspring of that. Wow, Rep, you're so based in reality.
Actually, I'm going to a conference tomorrow, this weekend, that's called NEFCON. It's being hosted by a guy named Tim Alberino, who is, you know, you got to look up Tim Alberino. He's done a lot of work on a lot of this topic. I was introduced to him after my first hearing when we had David Grush come in and the UAP hearing. I have friends from back home that tell me, you got to listen to his podcast because he has a very different perspective. I listened to it and it was a rabbit hole that I ended up listening to the entire.
Wait, time out. How deep down the rabbit hole did you go? Did you get to the part where the Smithsonian's hiding the bones? Did you get to that part of the rabbit hole yet?
Yes.
Yeah. And isn't it weird though?
And guess what?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm on oversight, so we have oversight over the Smithsonian.
Well, let's go in there and look. I'll help you guys. I'll bring the flashlights. I'll probably accidentally break something. Let somebody don't let me touch it because I'll mess something up. But at the end of Indiana Jones, and I believe this, could call me crazy, there's more truth in the movies than there is, you know, there's truth in the movies, lies in the news. I almost believe movies are more real than the news. I know that even that sounds kind of crazy, but they tell us a lot of stuff in movies. Kind of predictive programming is what they call it. And in Indiana Jones, well, I'm just saying, in Indiana Jones, they're fighting for the most important thing. What is it again? What is they're fighting for?
Ark of the Covenant.
Ark of the Covenant, duh. And then at the end of the movie, they get the Ark of the Covenant, and what do? They put it in a little crappy wooden box and under a pile of a bunch of junk. They don't even know what it is. So it's like there's stuff in the Smithsonian that paints and tells a picture, tells a story that they don't want us to know. So, Rep, are you seriously going to investigate the Smithsonian? I'm pumped up. This is like good news. This is music to my ears, sir.
We've got to figure out a strategy behind that. So I'll be happy to work with you on that.
Please, I will go after him. Like I said, I'll live in there. Night at the Museum is my favorite movie. I don't mind hanging out with Robin Williams, and rest in peace. Does he get to come back alive when they close the museum? Do we get to see Robin Williams? Do you know if that's true or not?
No, I'm pretty sure that's not true.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Damn it. All right. Well, you're not that crazy. Okay, guys, what do you guys want to ask the congressman?
Let's find out, though. What do you think, though, about the Wall Street Journal article that just came out that says this is all part of disinformation and really was just a hazing the whole time done, you know, throughout the years? Because, I mean, what do you think about that? Because it seems like another disinformation campaign.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it kind of fit my original narrative, which is that this is all, you know, hogwash, that it's more likely that it's our technology, that we're just creating a psyop or a cover story.
Yeah.
And you know, using UAP or UFOs as a foil. But we've had so many whistleblowers come forward that have worked directly on these projects. There's a gentleman named Jacob Barber that came out recently who was part of the crash retrieval program. No one has denied that he wasn't part of that program. The question is, what were they retrieving? David Grush has done a good job of introducing individuals to my office that we can interview. So but you know, none of it is, I don't have definitive proof. That's the problem. I want something in hand or in video that's definitive that I can talk about.
You want a smoking
show.
lightsaber is what you want, the smoking lightsaber.
There you go.
Now, we've talked enough about giants and aliens, and that's crazy. That's awesome. You're going to NEF Con. So let's get into some serious business, though. You know, Rep, yeah, I always try to expose this, and there are a few good politicians like yourself, but you know this. At the end of the day, we have a uniparty, and that a lot of the people that consider themselves conservative are probably even crazier than AOC, you know, and AOC gets a lot of grief and she is crazy, but I believe that she's probably more genuine with her viewpoints than a lot of the other people on Capitol Hill, if you call me crazy. So my point is, I loved your clip saying that I should primary Dan Crenshaw, and Dan Crenshaw was a guy at one point that was so likable, and now he is such a neocon, and I know he is obviously your colleague. You don't want to, you know, go after him too much, but why is a guy like Dan Crenshaw that could have been so popular, why is he so unlikable now, in your opinion? Can you answer that, or is that going to get you in trouble?
So I'll talk broadly about what this town does to people. Like the moment you get elected, they put you in this pecking order, and they start you know, comparing you to one another, and it's all based on power and structure. So they'll say, what committees do you want to be on? And if you want to be on that committee, you're going to need the speaker to like you, and you're going to need, you know, all of your colleagues to like you in order to get on that important committee. It has nothing to do with your merit.
Yeah.
It has to do with, you know, how
Kissing butt.
how much you
yeah.
Right. And so, or write checks, right?
Mm-hmm.
So once people end up in that game, it just sucks people in. And so for me, I went through that stupid process as a Missouri lawmaker, and coming up here, I'm not interested in playing that game. I'll take what committees that are left or what committees I can get. I'm not gonna put myself in a hamster wheel and kiss ass or try to placate or water down my political views or my votes just in order to keep a committee assignment. It's ridiculous.
And that's why you're a badass, Rep. And so we don't have to bug Dan too much, but I just think that he could have been a really good source for Texas politicians and just the conservative movement. He was a likable guy. Now he's very unlikable. But I don't need you to bash him. Okay, real quick.
No. Well, I will say, Alex, I did mean it. Like, we have a lot of clowns up here, but we don't have very many that are actually funny. So it would be great if you could run.
Well, and this is the thing, Rep. I as a joke, and this is why now I don't want to touch politics, is as a joke, I ran for school board, and you know, you don't have to pay anything, and I filled out the form as long as I didn't spend $500. I didn't have to do any campaign tax stuff, and it was a total goof. I just literally did it because the Dallas Morning News was going to write about it. And then for the school board, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, D Magazine writes a hit piece. Dallas, all of a sudden, all these people start writing hit pieces because I'm doing a joke campaign, and I realize they're coming after my dad, they're coming after my mom, you know, rest in peace. And I'm like, this is all because I signed up for a stupid a school board thing. Imagine if I ran for a real position, how much worse it's going to be. So I'm not saying that I have a bunch of skeletons in my closet. Obviously, they have to bring up other stuff that's happened, not really anything that I did. But I just realized it's not very fun. So are you still having fun in Capitol Hill when it's so cutthroat and basically the only way to get by is by kissing butt? I mean, is it actually that fun, Rep? Because you know that it's hard to actually get any bills passed.
It is hard. It's not as glamorous as it looks, if that makes any sense.
That's exactly what I learned. It's not it's not, you know, you're not a Hollywood movie star, to say the least.
No, not at all.
Okay.
And the travel is awful. The travel. For me, I'm 7 hours every Monday, every Thursday, another 7 hours just to get home to the sane state of Missouri.
7 hours? What are you flying, Spirit Airlines? Why does it take so long? 7 hours. Why does that take?
I don't have a direct flight, so I have to fly through Chicago or Charlotte.
Oh, see, you're not even one of those scam artists like Dan Crenshaw that was able to get more United flights through Houston so that he could get there more often. And then when they wouldn't let his dog on the plane, he complained and made a 10-minute video complaining about how the customer service isn't good. So you're not like that. Okay, now we got to talk about something very important, and this is a serious thing. And I get it, you know, obviously I like to joke around. I'm a comedian. But there was a guy by the name of Joe Maldonado, I hope I'm saying that right, the Tiger King, Joe Exotic. And Joe Exotic and I become very close friends. I become, you know, in a way, he's become a personal confidant of mine. You know, he's helped me out with stuff. He's given me media training, believe it or not. He's a guy that I actually aspire to be like, and I don't want to be gay like him and have my boyfriend accidentally shoot himself. There's some stuff I don't want to be associated with, but a lot of it I think is more positive than negative. So my point is, the guy was arrested for allegedly paying a hitman. The hitman happened to have a drug history and said that under oath that he was told by Joe Exotic to 86 this Carol Baskin. That's all loosey-goosey. Maybe that's true, and let's say it is true. He has been in prison for almost 8 years now. In the Constitution, it says there is no such thing as cruel and unusual punishment. I think Joe Exotic would be the only example of a person going to jail and after he goes to jail, not before. There's been plenty of celebrities before they went to prison that were famous and then went to jail, but I don't believe there's many celebrities that became famous after they were in prison. So A, he wasn't able to use any of his fame or money on his criminal defense, and B, I said this earlier on 2 nights ago or last night, America's all about second chances. So he doesn't even get a second chance to go out there with all the money and success that he could have gotten from this episode and actually gone out there and done some good for the community and maybe paid some restitution. Instead, he's locked up in jail. So my point is, I begged Alex Brusewitz, I've begged Laura Trump, I've talked to Eagle Ed Martin, and I've talked to any representative that I can talk to about Joe Exotic getting a pardon. So, Rep. Burlison, do you endorse Joe Exotic getting a pardon and released from jail after serving 8 years in a federal penitentiary?
I'll have to look at the case a little bit further, but I will say I do agree with you that if he had been prosecuted after the Tiger King show had come out, my bet is he probably wouldn't have been convicted.
No way. No way.
And so I do think that he has a lot to say. I think that Carol Baskins may have killed her husband.
Maybe.
I want to know where is the investigation there. But yeah, I'll have to look at that in more detail.
Well, I wish you would have got the full endorsement. Now show us three. That's enough of Joe. You're distracting me looking at that tiger. No, we would have. I know Joe watches the show every night. We would have liked to get the full endorsement, but we're going to have you look into it, and I'm going to be on you because if we get enough people, we can make this happen. Yes, sir.
I mean, he brought a lot of goodwill to the world.
When the world is crashing, that not only was he the #1 guy on a TV show, but he was the #1 guy on a TV show when the world was the weakest, when we needed an icon, when we needed not a Hollywood celebrity. We didn't want George Clooney telling Joe Biden you're retarded. We didn't need that. We got enough of that. We needed the white trash guy that has a tiger farm that's a homosexual, but it doesn't matter if you're conservative or liberal. You like him anyway because he's a badass. I'm saying he was there for us when we needed him the most, and right now he's rotting in a prison, and I can't get him out, and it's making me crazy, Rep.
I hear you, Alex. I hear you.
I just hope President Trump hears me. Okay, that's all I care about. All right, Rep, before you go, though, actually tell us, how can people support you? Because I know that you are not funded like all these other politicians because you speak out so much. So I want to guarantee that you keep your position on Capitol Hill. So before we let you go, we have a couple more questions, though. But how can people support you in upcoming campaigns? And definitely shout out your social media because everybody needs to go follow Rep. Burlison because he actually tweets some cool stuff. He's not a little wimp like most of these politicians.
Thank you, Alex. Yeah, anything, Eric Burlison, I'm on all the socials. Really appreciate your help and support. And so, yeah, thank you.
All right, Rep, before you go, I got these two guys here. Michael's, you're from California or you're from Phoenix or from Arizona?
I'm from New York.
New York, yeah, I always forget it. But these two guys are Canadians, and tell them, so y'all are legal or y'all are illegal? Because Sam Walker, this guy, he's a monster. He married a 500-pound American woman. She died of diabetes for a green card. And because she died, he lost his green card. So now they're kind of in a visa nightmare. Can you guys want to tell him what you're going through? Because he's a representative of this great country. He might be able to help you all a little bit.
Rep, it's good to meet you. Sam Walker, comedian, crisis actor, prostitute now. And it's just hard times. And I can't go back to the communist economic containment zone known as Canada. It's a narco-terror state. How are you going to keep me safe?
Can he get amnesty, Rep? Can we give him asylum in your state of Missouri?
Why don't you reach out to my office? We'll see what we can do.
We're going to get you amnesty. Okay, last thing, though. Hey, Rep, you're from Missouri. I freaking love Nelly and the Saint Lunatics. What is your favorite Nelly song, Rep?
I think that's where we part. Like,
are you kidding? You're from Missouri and the #1 rapper in the history of your state, Nelly, and I can't even think of a Nelly song. Well, Air Force Ones, that's my favorite one. Okay.
Hot in here.
It's hot in here. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is what we need to do. We need to get Nelly to Capitol Hill, and we need a Rep Burlison Nelly crossover. So I'm going to send this to Nelly's people because I'm tight with him, Paul Wall. I'm tight with him. I need to get you connected because I think Rep Burlison, with your swag and Nelly's connection, you could be the governor of Missouri. How does that sound? That's a lot better than being a congressman having to go up there and sniff AOC's farts all day.
I do know he's also a St. Louis Cardinals fan like me, and so we can talk Cardinal baseball.
And I hate the Cardinals because they beat the Rangers in the World Series, so do not bring that up. That's a little and we had you guys, we basically had this series, all we had to do is get one more strike, and you guys scored a run. That is ridiculous. I mean, St. Louis. Last thing, though. Where were you when all those riots happened in St. Louis? Were you in Capitol Hill, or where were you when all that was going on?
No, I mean, I'm a long ways from St. Louis. I'm in Southwest Missouri, Springfield area. So no, it wasn't.
No, so you didn't have those guns. Those guys, that guy ran for something. Did he win his election? The guy that had his gun on the front yard. You know what I'm talking about? There's that.
Oh yeah.
They're awesome. The McCaskies,
he
they
ran
were great.
for, I think, Senate, and he lost.
Damn.
Great guy, though.
Yeah.
Really good individual.
He is a badass. Okay, this is the last question. I know you got to.
Mark McCloskey.
Mark McCloskey, great guy. This is the last question. We always ask 3 hard questions. We already talked about aliens. Everybody talks about government transparency, JFK, this and that. I'm not that interested because I feel like it obviously wasn't just one guy. But I feel like when it comes to 9/11 and the 9/11 Commission report and the 28 pages that are redacted that might or might not give Saudi Arabia's involvement, why aren't there more people on Capitol Hill worried or concerned about the official narrative of 9/11 when a lot of it doesn't make sense, 24 years later?
Yeah, I know that whenever Anna Paulina Luna set up this disclosure task force, that is one of the topics that our group is going to be looking into. And so it's probably low in the priority compared to JFK.
No, let me tell you something. No, Rep, and I mean this with all due respect. It needs to be the highest priority, and what you need to look at is you need to look at how does a terrorist passport survive, but a black box on a plane that's indestructible doesn't survive. That's a common sense one. We got to figure out, do we need to start making planes out of passports, or should we make the Twin Towers out of passports? Would they have survived? Would the building survive? And then also, I mean, when it comes to Flight 93, the idea that they just pushed that cart and flew the plane into the ground, I think it's pretty obvious that plane was taken out by, and maybe it was done, that was the right move to take it out so it doesn't take out the Pentagon. And then when it comes to the Pentagon, they only give us 3 frames of the plane crashing into the building. So I think it's that simple thing. We figure out the dang thing about the passports. You give us a few more, Pentagon images, and I think a lot of questions would be answered. But I know those are hard questions. So I really, really, really respect you for coming on and answering these questions, Rep. And I hope you will get some transparency. Are we going to get some transparency, though, or should we be black-pilled and hopeless? Or are you going to give us some hope?
We've already done a really great job with the JFK files. I mean, look, it's pretty compelling evidence that the CIA, in some way, shape, or form, at least was involved or knew too much about Lee Harvey Oswald.
Of course.
And that's not.
Come on, Lee Harvey Oswald defected to Russia. The only guy to come back and get citizenship. Everybody knows he's not up there shooting 3 times. Come on, it's back and to the left. They actually filmed the movie at the studio we're at right now, where Blaze is located. Was the original Paramount Studios where JFK was filmed by Oliver Stone. So if you guys have seen that movie, it was actually filmed. It was on location in New Orleans and other places, but the main part of it was filmed here in Dallas. Well, Rep, thank you so much. And when I get to Capitol Hill, I'm going to hit you up because we need to go on that tour of all that classified information and the Smithsonian. So I hope you're ready for that, Rep Burlison.
Let's do it.
Alex, may I ask?
Oh, yeah, please, Uncle.
May I ask? Can I be your +1 to that nympho convention?
No, it's not a nympho.
It's
a Nephilim or giants. He's not a nymphomaniac. He's not going to go have sex at a convention.
Unbelievable.
Gosh, come on.
This whole time I thought.
No, he does look like he looks like a party animal, but no.
He looks like a fun guy.
He's a respectable Christian man. All right, Rep Burlison, thank you so much for making time for us. Anything I can ever do or say or share for you, let us know, and I will do whatever I can to help you in future campaigns, sir.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you. All right, guys. What is it? Oh, Share the Arrows. You've heard us talk about this, and for good reason. Share the Arrows is one of the most powerful women's events happening this year, and it's hosted by Blaze TV's own Allie Beth Stuckey. It's happening October 11th in Dallas, Texas. And if there's a woman in your life who's been craving real encouragement and biblical truth, your wife, your daughter, your sister, this is for her. It's a full day of worship, teaching, and powerful conversation
with a bold woman like Jinger Duggar Voila, Elisa Childers, Katie Foss, Taylor Dukes, and more. Worship will be led by Francesca Battistelli. It's going to be something special. We all know how loud the culture can get. This is a chance to push pause, lean into truth, and get recentered in purpose. Send someone you love or go yourself. Tickets and details are at sharethearrows.com. And yes, VIP options are still available. So VIP meet and greet. Oh, you guys like that? You guys have any girls you guys want to sit, maybe sit there? No, that's
We're
a
going to
no.
find one tonight at the show.
Yes, you are. Okay, and speaking of that, so you guys just met, and you're going to be at Hyenas Comedy Club here. Shout it out because there's a lot of people in the Metroplex that watch the show.
Comedy Madness, come out to the Comedy Madness show. We're going to be tonight. We're going to be at Dallas Hyenas, but tomorrow, if you're going to be in Houston, or we're going to be at the Punchline in Houston, I'm going to be. They're going to be there in spirit. So come down, Comedy Madness show.
Come down, and you're going to be able to see Michael everywhere. Everybody needs to go follow him on social media. Michael, you're crazy into conspiracies too. I like that. Do you think he gave us any good alien answers, or was he too?
No, I think he kind of skirted around where the question about the Wall Street Journal article that came out about that being disinformation, because I have a feeling that he's kind of part of that disinformation.
No, oh my God. Maybe he's covering it. Maybe he is. Maybe he isn't. But we love Rep. We're going to give him the benefit of the doubt right now because he came on the show.
Alex, real quick, his Rep Burlison's rep texted me Mark McCloskey's number during the interview.
Perfect. We need to have
so
him on.
that'll be
Yeah,
awesome.
McCloskey's great. Okay, but real quick, so people might not know Michael and I's background. I've been friends with Michael since about 2010 when I first moved to California, and Michael's been doing shows and producing comedy shows for nearly 20 years now.
The Comedy Madness.
The Comedy Madness. Everybody, like I said, he tours around the country. He's at some of the best clubs, Phoenix, and we had a great show. My point is, you've seen Kill Tony when Tony Hinchcliffe was nobody. When he was Tony Hinchcliffe, he was nobody. You know, he was friends with some people, but when Kill Tony was in the belly room, and it was like a small show. You remember that?
Yeah, we were in the main room. He was in the belly room.
Exactly.
He went a little bit further. I don't know. A tad bit. He took a couple more steps. I mean, I am at Dallas Hyenas tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not
He's
Netflix.
done Hyenas. I know, but
not
he's done
Netflix.
Hyenas. Listen, you get paid to, talking to a microphone. It could be worse. But yes, we're not at Madison Square Garden. But Tony, and I mean this with all due respect, I had no idea that show would become the #1 show, even when I watched it when it was not as popular as today. But it has become a cult phenomenon. And I want to the reason why I bring that up is Sam has a great clip roasting friend of the show, David Lucas. I love David. He is heavy. He's challenged. What do you call that? He's
American.
Yeah, he's American. There you go. Boom. That's why Uncle Hack is a comic. Let's watch Sam roasting friend of the show, David Lucas.
Another Kill Tony legend. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the one and only Sam Walker, everybody.
Yeah,
Sam, I don't know if
the
you know
legend.
who's sitting next to me right now, but this is the, David, what do you think about Sam? This is David's first time ever seeing Sam Walker.
Yeah, hit me with a roast joke, dog. Let's see what you got.
Oh shit, he's gonna let you get a free one. This is like when you're watching two guys about to fight and the first guy's like, just fucking hit me. Just punch me right in the face. David thinks he can just take it. Let's see what happens here. Sam Walker loading up.
Oh.
David Pucus.
David Pucus.
You make me fucking sick. We all know you're not vaccinated because the doctor David goes to has a bone through his nose and his cure for AIDS is raping a baby.
It's a pretty strong joke right there, Sam, I'd say.
Thank you. Long setups and thorough follow-throughs.
That was a good one. And dude, it must feel pretty good to have Tony consider you an icon like that of Kill Tony. Is that a lot of pressure, Sam?
You know what? He gave it to me, and if I never get up there again, I'll always have that. But I would love to get on Kill Tony this weekend,
Yes,
or this next Monday coming up.
You're going to be signing up. We need to get him on. We need the positive energy. All you chat rats in the chat, you guys can kind of manifest that with your positive energy. We need to get these freaking Canadian criminals, illegal immigrants, some stage time. And I already connected you guys with stage time with Michael, so my karma is good.
That was before I knew he was going to wear a leather vest. I'm sorry, we took the spot away.
Yeah, can he not have a spot?
I don't know if we can support the leather vest.
He's going to have a thong. Look, he has the glove, too.
Okay. Okay.
Smell the glove, dude.
All right. So Dice and you are the only two people that get away with leather gloves, I guess.
He's
What does it say on their walker?
That's a custom glove, brother.
Walker.
Custom glove.
Should say hander.
Oh, that's a good one now because hand jobs. Okay, now, fellas, I don't know how much you guys are aware with Barstool Sports. What do you guys know about Barstool Sports? Dave Portnoy.
Named Dave Portnoy.
Yeah, Dave Portnoy. He's kind of my arch nemesis. I accidentally brought a naked homeless guy and stormed his offices, stormed his Capitol, and ended up getting assaulted by a couple of his employees. But long story short, I was invited to go on Dave's podcast, and then the next day, or even that same day, later in the evening, he canceled my appearance. So that's what made me mad. That's what started the heat. So him and I have created some heat. And recently, you guys saw that he went viral for the F the Jews thing, and then he said he was going to send some kids to Auschwitz, and everybody's like, why would you send them on a free trip to Poland? That sounds fun. I want that free trip. And that was kind of a PR nightmare, to say the least. But one of the other people that he started attacking was a guy by the name of Mick, who's a frequent guest on the Kirk Minahan show. And so we actually got to sit down with this kid, a young man, that Dave Portnoy is accusing of being a white supremacist, accusing him of being a Nazi. And I even believe the New York Post wrote an article about what Dave said about him, accusing him of being a Nazi. So Mick is not a Nazi. He's a nice young man, and I think his treatment by Dave Portnoy is cruel and unusual. So we're going to play a little preview of that, and then the full interview is going to be available tomorrow. So let's play a little short preview of that interview. Why does Dave Portnoy not like you? Let's just start off with a hot question right now. Let's go hardcore, Mick.
I would say Dave Portnoy even knows my name because I am involved with the Kirk Minahan show. Kirk Minahan works for Barstool Sports. And at one point, I commented during the saga at his bar where someone wrote "fuck the Jews" on the LED sign. Yeah. I called him a rabbi.
Which is a funny thing, which he overreacted, said he's going to send them to this and that. And listen, I don't hate the Jews. I love the Jews. It's not, and like people want to act like those girls that held that thing up are so anti-Semitic. Those, bar girls are probably wasted. Like, give me a break. But
he goes on Twitter and maybe does 5 or 6 emergency press conferences. And during one of them, I quote tweeted it and called him a rabbi. I said, Rabbi Portnoy preaching to us. Like, essentially my point was somebody like Dave Portnoy, who has said a million offensive things in the past.
Guys, you'll be able to see that whole interview. It's actually tonight at 9:30. Jimmy corrected me. So you guys are going to want to see that. Dave's going to want to see that because we said some spicy stuff. And Kirk Minahan is, hopefully he'll share it and react to it on their podcast. So we got some Barstool heat coming up. We need all the chat rats to share it. Okay, so guys, thank you all so much for being here. We got a lot of show left. But before we get into, the rest of the show, I kind of want to take a personal moment to just reflect. And each of you guys, you didn't know that you're going to be here on this show. What do you guys think before you got here? Like, what was your expectations for this show? Sam, you go first.
I just wanted to be a passenger with the pimp on a blimp.
That's it. You're just here for the ride. What about you, Uncle Hal?
Happy to be in America, baby.
That's it. That's it.
I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be.
The snacks, at least.
The snacks were great. I had a nice.
I saw Sam you put a couple mandarins in your thing, Sam.
I did. I was going to throw them.
Not one mandarin, you took 2 mandarin. Did you know that? That's a crime, and that security is going to escort you out as soon as the show's over. You know that, right? Jimmy, go get his bag. Come here, Jimmy. Hurry. Get the bag. Come here.
I was going to put them in a freezer and use them as a
Get
weapon.
the bag. It's one of these bags right here. See how many oranges he has. Come here, right here. No, I think it's that one. Come here. Give us a 2. Oh, who needs 2 oranges? Okay, this is your punishment. Eat both of them. Hurry, dude. Hurry. If you're going to grab 2, because you have to eat one of them. Well, he can have that. He didn't grab 2 of these, so he can have that. Okay.
Take a bite, bro.
Are you going to eat one? Are you going to eat one? You're going to just steal all the oranges. You're not even going to eat one?
These haven't been properly washed.
Oh, my God. Okay, I didn't think you were gay, dude. I was going to try to...
This is like a full meal for you. What are you talking about?
Yeah, now because I'm trying to lose weight, I'm on methamphetamines, crystal methamphetamines. That's why I'm hitting this vape. Like... That was a little bit of crystal.
Come on, give it up for Alex's weight loss, dude.
Thank you.
I think this is the most exciting, the most astonishing thing.
Yeah.
What does he look like with no shirt on, though?
Looks good.
What does he look like? What's it look like underneath there?
His nipples are poking out of that
Look
shirt.
at this guy.
I'm getting tight. I'm getting right. That's what you do, guys. You want to lose weight. You got to want it. You got to suck on a vape 24/7 like this. And then you do this, guys. Y'all want to party a little? You get this?
Yeah.
Oh, here, the smelling salts. Hit it. Hit it. Hit it. Hit it. Hit it.
Oh, yeah. It's back playing junior hockey.
Yes, hit it. Junior hockey. Get some. Doesn't that feel good? It feels right. It feels right. It feels right. right. Woo, that's how we do it.
Atomic Rhino.
Atomic Rhino, that's good stuff. Good stuff. It'll keep you hard as Chinese arithmetic, as they say. Okay, now I want to play. What do you guys think about the WNBA?
I don't think about it.
Is that true? You don't think about Caitlin Clark at all?
And she does, no, Caitlin Clark she does have skills. We need to have.
See, we like her. Yeah,
We have to have her back. Yeah.
I'm more of an Angel Reese fan.
No, you like her?
Yeah, because her skill set and mine are on par.
Ooh.
No, oh no, but still, pull up my laptop though. I want to play this. Is it not up? Oh crap! Hold on. Now it should be. Crap. Let me plug it in. Now you might be getting the signal. I want to play this Rebecca Lobo clip, but I don't know if it's going to come up. We'll give it 1 second. But in the WNBA, they're getting canceled because Rebecca Lobo recently on a broadcast accidentally said "Make America Great." Listen to this clip. This is the most absurd thing I've heard in a long time. So let me play it. Let me make sure you got.
So they disagree with you. They do, and I disagree with them, and that's fine. That's what makes America great, right, Pant Ward? I should rephrase that. Yes. I did think, perfectly. Yes, that's a better way to say it. Sorry about that.
Listen to that. Okay, guys, listen to the pause. Let's count how long this pause is. Now that you guys know. So she's going to she's not even saying anything about MAGA. She's just going to say, that's what makes America great, is that we can disagree. And that is what makes America great, or that's what used to make it great. But according to these lesbians, it's not. Let's hear it.
I agree with you. They do, and I disagree with them, and that's fine. That's what makes America great, right, Pant Ward?
They had a talk there. Call some people in the back. They get to haul her to jail right now.
I should rephrase
the
that.
broadcast.
How many seconds was that?
That was like 10, close to 11.
I mean, how awkward is that, dude? We live in a country where you can't even accidentally say. And then you know what's crazy is that she didn't even know that she did it. But then when she saw the silence from their reaction,
Yeah.
she was like, "Oh shit, what did I just say?" She didn't even know what she just said because she just was speaking.
It was a thought crime.
Yeah, it's a thought crime. So you guys from Canada, you guys experience this. What is it like to be a WNBA lesbian like that, and not allowed to talk?
First off, I thought it was wrestling.
No.
And I quite enjoy it.
No, it's WNBA. It's just two lesbians just dunking on each other. But you
No,
guys,
they're not. I saw them fighting on TV the other
you
day.
saw the Barbie brawl. That was
Yeah.
hot. Yeah, we need more of that. Now that could actually sell some tickets. But right now, the games without Caitlin Clark being featured, it's like I think the attendance down is literally, I think it's down 95%. So not doing very good. The WNBA, you guys need to pick it up. You guys need to start fighting or play in lingerie. You know, don't you think that would be good?
Who is the blonde girl throwing some weight around?
Sophie Cunningham.
Yeah,
That
she's
is
like the Ogie Oglethorpe of the WNBA.
Who's Ogie Oglethorpe? Is that a hockey player?
It was Slapshot.
Yeah, Slapshot, the movie.
Yeah.
Of course.
Using your obscure Canadian references.
No, people like the.
That's Paul Newman. What are you talking about?
That's
Obscure.
American-made movie right there,
It
baby.
is a popular movie. Well, guys, why does Canada get so much hate? Because I like Canadians. All the Canadians I talk to are pretty cool guys. But now it's being overrun by like Middle Eastern people.
Not just Middle Eastern people.
But it's 45. I read a stat.
India.
45% of the population are either foreign-born or have foreign-born parents.
So whatever's happening to Canada is coming down the pipe for you.
No, it's not. Not with Trump. They're not allowed to be here anymore.
Yeah, well,
No Mexicans allowed.
Yeah.
4 years you're going to have President AOC.
And big booty Latina, and we're like that. See, that's my policy. Is I am not. Donald Trump, the president of the United States, he actually had to backtrack, and what he said is he's not going to send ICE to go to hotels. He's not going to send ICE to restaurants. Guess who works at these restaurants and these hotels? And you guys have stayed at a lot of crappy hotels. Who cleans your room after you guys crank it and leave the bedroom looking like a damn?
In Canada?
Yeah, no, here in America. In America, I'm talking about the housekeepers, all big booty Latinas. What, do y'all have white housekeepers in Canada?
No.
Exactly. They're all Mexicans. So I'm saying Donald Trump has changed his policy to now allow big booty Latinas to stay in this country as long as they're cleaning the disgusting sheets that these psychopaths leave for her when they leave the hotel
I'm
room.
for big booty Latinas.
Yeah.
Cleaning or not cleaning. Let's keep them here.
Even if they're not cleaning?
Even if they're not cleaning, we can keep them around.
Okay, I like
Maybe
that.
put an age limit on it though.
Well, I think for this month we should have big booty Latinos get to stay too.
No, big booty Latina, that's gross, dude. Are you gay, Sam? No, you're not gay. Are you gay?
Alex, I am the apex sexual predator.
That's what I thought. I knew that.
And I am here to keep everybody in line, man, woman, or
trans.
Whatever.
These,
Fill in the blank.
These Canadians don't mess around. Anybody can get it.
It's cold in the
That's
winter.
It is cold in the winter.
It's cold in the winter.
Apex sexual predator. This guy over here would Jesse the Body Ventura reference over here. I like that.
These guys love
Apex
pop culture.
predator.
These guys love pop culture. Tell me this, though, when you're in Canada and you're out there and it's a bunch of white people and you kind of see it, you know, changing, does that radicalize you to be more racist or less racist?
Depends how hungry I am, I guess.
No, but don't they call you white supremacists? That's why I bring that up. So you guys are not white supremacists?
They call us white supremacists when we are just supremely white.
It's a big difference, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Supremely white, you're just white with sour cream and lettuce?
I was born this way.
Like Lady Gaga.
I can't help it.
Like Lady Gaga, born
Yes.
this way. And she is gay. Okay. You guys, I know Michael's half Asian. You guys are white as hell. I'm white as hell. But I love this next man, and he's a black man. And let's put up SOT number 6. Friend of the show. We didn't give him the proper shout out this week. Charleston White won his fight against Kodiak Red, the island boy. He was the greatest boxer to ever enter a boxing ring since Muhammad Ali, the grand champion of Brand Risk Promotions, the one, the only. Charleston White, let's play the clip. Kodiak, he's swinging. But watch. Oh! Charleston comes back. And Charleston only has one eyeball, guys. Remember that.
Yeah.
He's got one eye. And Kodiak Red, he just got done kissing his brother before this fight.
Let's go on!
Come on, let's go on.
He's giving up.
Oh, did he already give up after that punch?
Ain't no
Yeah.
timeout.
Damn.
He didn't want none.
That was a knockout.
Well done, Charles.
The greatest fight since Muhammad Ali beat, what is it, Joe Frazier? Frazier and Ali, part 2.
Rumble in the jungle.
I know, literally. What do you guys think about that? You guys fans of Charleston White? Are you guys
Yeah, I
fans?
love him. Yeah, anorexic Uncle Ruckus.
He is kind of anorexic. He doesn't eat much. I always do notice that. He does not. Have you noticed that Charleston is? He's very, I feel like he's never eating. Honestly, I do mean that. I think that's why he stays so thin.
He might be a vegetarian.
No, actually, and this is another thing, guys. We just had the PETA rep on, and I'm a little empathetic to PETA because I'm a plant-based pimp, and everybody thinks I'm gay because I am a soy boy. And is that, yeah, isn't that true? I don't eat meat. What do you think about that, Sam? You seem perturbed about that.
You know,
you can give it to me. How do you feel? Because I get a lot of criticism.
I respect PETA because they kill a lot of animals in the shelter. They play a big game. They play a big game.
They do euthanize more animals than any organization.
Exactly, and you got to respect that because those animals are going into pet food and feeding the other pets.
Oh, is that true?
Yes.
I thought these Canadians were supposed to be nice. This guy's over here
I
talking
know
about
they're
killing pets. Come on,
they're
dude.
saying, Michael, these guys are
What the hell's
sick,
going
and
on?
Uncle Hack's sick too. I can tell he's the most sick one of them all because he's just kind of sitting there being nonchalant.
Don't be coming to our country spreading your radical ideas.
Yeah, dude, I'm about to deport you guys myself.
You guys have been trying to secure the wrong border.
That's right.
Yeah.
We have psycho Canadians that want to come here and eat our pets and maybe have sex with our women. Are you guys able to get laid, or are women turned off by you because you're Canadian?
I walk the streets at night and pleasantly surprise people by not attacking them. So, yeah, I don't get laid very often.
Damn. Well, I would have thought a sexual predator, apex predator like you would have been getting laid all the time. I would have thought you would have HIV by now. You know how much trim you're getting.
Well, HIV can't survive on this stud. Are you kidding me?
Dude, HIV would not even. You would give HIV sick. HIV would get HIV from you.
Alex, I do slay a lot of ladies, and I usually get laid afterwards.
Oh my God! So you are okay. There's so many women death jokes. We're gonna get in trouble. Speaking of women abuse, friend of the show, Aaron Imholt, was arrested for revenge porn. This is a mugshot. Are you guys familiar with Steel Toe Morning Show or the Parables of Nick Recato?
Who isn't?
Nick Recato. Are you familiar, Mike?
I don't know.
Nick Recato was a famous YouTube lawyer, and he started wife swapping with this guy Aaron Imholt. And Aaron was a friend of the show, but then Aaron, they were in a polycule where he was wife swapping with this other guy's wife. And this guy Aaron shared a picture of Nick Recato's wife while he was live on a podcast. This is real. Wow. To another guy, to this comedian Gino Bisconte, and he's like, they're both on the podcast, they're both on the screen. He's like, whoa, that is nice. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, all good. Sorry about Sky News. My point is, he shares his picture of Kayla Ricada on a live stream. Well, Kayla and Nick go to this Candahohai County or Spicer, Minnesota, wherever they are, and get revenge porn charges against him. So Aaron was, if I'm saying this wrong, I apologize, but he was on some sort of like temporary probation, and I guess apparently he violated it in some sort of way. So he got rearrested. So shout out Aaron. Sorry that happened, brother. We are looking out for you. That's his mugshot. What do you guys think
Dude's
about
in
that
a
mugshot?
polycule. Dude, your sex shouldn't involve geometry, man. That's where you go wrong, okay?
I like that.
Polycule.
That is right, Mike. Like, Michael, why are we getting a geometry involved in sex? Is that, I mean, it's just a losing proposition.
I don't know, man. I feel like it's a. I want to know what the other crime was that he did that got him on probation.
Well, he's been on probation for a bunch of stuff. I think he actually kind of squeezed one of his exes really hard or something. But Aaron, I'm not kidding. Yeah, there's a thing where he like got in an argument with her, and I think he kind of squeezed her hard, allegedly.
She ended up in a coma. It was kind of.
I think she lived. No, I
think they call that domestic violence everywhere else. He's like, he squeezed her a little too hard.
Technically,
her head against the wall.
Oh, hold on, wait. This is Sky News. Hey, I'm about to hop on in 9 minutes. Is that okay?
Beautiful. Ideally in 5, so we could run some checks before you go on.
Okay, I'll try to hop on ASAP. I'm just
Yeah.
things up. But I'm ready to go. I'll be ready to go right at the time. So I'll you'll see me on the Zoom. See you shortly.
No worries.
Thank you.
No worries. We'll speak in a bit then.
All right, bye. All right, guys, we only have a couple more minutes in the show. This Sunday, you're going to be able to see Primetime 99 Alex Stein live at Hyenas Comedy Club in Dallas. If you guys want to come to the show and you guys can't afford tickets, you guys can get in free with the promo code FREE99. You got to tell them at the door, FREE99. And if you're watching the podcast, you guys can get exclusive free tickets. So if you guys want to come and you're in the DFW area this Sunday, use that promo code. You guys can get in for free. If not, buy some tickets, support the show. We could use the money. And Jimmy's dumbass is going to be there, and James. Who else is going to be there?
Eddie Trevino.
Eddie Trevino. I think Rudy Ventura, we might give him a spot because of what he did on Kill Tony was so disastrous. So hopefully he can redeem himself a little bit. So this Sunday, you guys are going to be able to see me. Now, where can people find you, Michael?
Go to me on YouTube at Michael Q or Instagram, all social media at Michael QUU.
QUU, 2 U's. Okay, and then Sam, Uncle Hack, where are you guys going to be this weekend in the Austin, Texas area?
We're going to be at Cafe 420 tomorrow night at 8 p.m.
Do you smoke weed? Do you guys smoke weed? Do you guys look like straight?
I smoke cock.
Apex sexual predator.
I know, dude. I mean, I just want you to smoke a little weed. You know, to smoke cock. Okay, let's ask a little bit about conspiracies. Sam, what do you think about the terror attacks on September 11th? Do you think they were perpetrated by people within the United States government?
I don't think maybe the United States government, but a government, one world government.
You think it's a one world, so not a government that's next to the Gaza Strip?
Cabal of rootless something or others.
NWO leaders.
Yes.
See, you say that sarcastically, but me and Michael do believe this. Yeah,
It's sarcastic. How?
It sounds sarcastic, but Michael, will you tell them that there are pedophiles that are in charge of most of the important things going on in the world?
Well, there definitely is. It is a cabal of pedophiles. They're using your adrenochrome. They're using your glands from children to keep themselves look younger. And it is a secret society that actually runs the undercurrent of this country.
This is true. Wait, you guys.
Predators.
Okay, I don't know if you guys are trying to be funny, but I'm about to pull this up real quick. Sandra Bullock. I don't know if you guys know this, but
foreskin cream?
Yes, you guys know about the foreskin cream. So we're making jokes, but she's literally rubbing dead babies, or maybe the babies are alive. I don't know what she did with them, but
dead foreskin, I thought.
Well,
I thought we were supposed to avoid that topic.
Yeah, we shouldn't bring it up.
Ocean's 8 to do this? Everybody? Okay, and, good, smart ones.
Just those that I thought would appreciate it.
Okay, explain what it is.
Well, it's this way in which one forces through microneedling. It's like a little roller with these, some of you, I think many of you know it, and it pushes through the skin and ruptures the collagen and then boosts it. You look like a burn victim for a day, but then it pushes the
What are you pushing into the skin, Sandra?
Sarah?
Carrie? What are you pushing into the skin?
Well, you push in whatever the facialist would like to insert into your pores.
Which is what, Sandra?
It is an extraction from a piece of skin that came from a young person far, far away, and they somehow figured out how to extract.
It's foreskin from a Korean baby. Okay, let's talk about this facial that you're obsessed with.
I mean, that's
How
pretty
many- did you
wild.
get the-
She's just having Korean babies' foreskin. So I know it sounds like a joke, but you have Sandra Bullock and Ellen DeGeneres just sitting there, Heman and Han, about how they're rubbing baby penis.
All you got to do is go, okay, how many missing children are there every single year? Why isn't it a bigger deal, right?
Yeah.
And what happens to them, okay? Even if you just look at the, people going around in South America with stem cells, where are those stem cells coming from?
Where are they coming from?
Fetuses. They say from fetuses or who knows what.
We were just talking about it. It's like people, there's a conspiracy. They put human meat in the McDonald's hamburgers, and that's not necessarily true. But they have done tests in these, meat processing plants. Sometimes the guys get cut, and in the process of it, and there is human DNA that is sometimes in the in the meat. Sky News is just continuing to call me. We're gonna have to. We're not gonna end the show early, but they're just gonna have to wait for me. But I'm gonna be going on Sky News shortly. They're just continuing to call. We're gonna be there shortly. If you're watching this, we're live right now on the Blaze. But before we go, we have to. Did I miss anything, Jimmy? We got the comedy show. What do we have to preview for next week? Anything?
We got Kevin Sorbo on Tuesday. Then
Oh,
we're
and
off.
yeah, and we're going to be off Wednesday and Thursday for July 4th, so we only have one show next week, so that's going to be very exciting. I'm excited for that one show with Kevin Sorbo. He was not Hercules, Gladiator. What was Kevin Sorbo?
Hercules.
Hercules, yeah, he was Hercules. So we're having Hercules on. Of course, the gay man knows who that is. I probably looked at it all the time. Okay, before we go, we end the show with a freestyle finale. We're not doing that yet. So tell everybody where they can find you, Sam, and Uncle Hack and Michael.
You can find us at Danger Cats Comedy on Instagram, across all social media. We'll be in Bloomington, Minnesota, July 20th, and August 10th in Phoenix, Arizona at the House of Comedy. We got a third killer, Brett Forte. He's going to be joining us, and we're coming to conquer America.
Friend of the show, we love Brett. So Uncle Hack, you're not going to talk? You're not going to say anything?
Uncle Hack 69, all social medias, as well as Danger Cat 69 on YouTube.
Love that. Mike, what do you got for
Yeah, and go to my podcast, Michael QU at Learn Something New podcast on YouTube. Learn something new.
All right, guys, that's been our show. We got a great show next week, only one, but I'll be going live in other moments of the week, so you guys will be able to catch the Pimp on a Blimp. Because we're not going to be at our regular scheduled time on Wednesday and Thursday, so you'll be able to find me later. And make sure to come hang out with us this Sunday. I know I've said that a million times, but I want to see you guys all at Hyenas, Dallas, Sunday night, 7 p.m. It's going to be a fun show. All right, guys, we end the show the same way every time with that freestyle finale. So, DJ, hit that beat. Let me hear that music. Yo! Where's my vape? Getting high with 3 guys. I don't give a damn if they touch my thighs. I'm not gay, that are lies. All I want to do is get supersized. 1, 2 hump in your butt. I don't give a damn. Stick it in my gut. Wait, that's gay. I'm not gay. Do not do any of that. That is way too gay. This is a straight show. Make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Give it up for Michael, Sam, and freaking Uncle Hack. Look, Uncle Hack. I love you guys. Peace. Good night.